Chosen one, breathe for a moment and listen with the part of your soul that never sleeps. Because today, 1st December, is not an ordinary day. It is not a date on a calendar. It is not just another sunrise. It is a threshold, a divine appointment, a moment written in spiritual ink long before you took your first breath. When you clicked on this video, it wasn't coincidence. It wasn't random. You were guided here, pulled by an unseen current, because something is being released into your life right now, something you didn't even know how to ask for, something your spirit has been starving for, even while your mind stayed silent. As you watch this, I want you to like this video, subscribe, and comment, "I am ready," because these words anchor this prophetic message into your timeline. Today carries a vibration that has been dormant for months, a rare spiritual window where what was denied suddenly becomes possible, where what was blocked suddenly dissolves, where what was hidden suddenly reveals itself. And the universe, God, and all forces of divine alignment are whispering the same message. Prepare yourself. Because the breakthrough coming to you today, you didn't pray for it, you didn't expect it, and yet it is on its way with unstoppable momentum. This is not a blessing earned. This is a blessing destined, and destiny never misses its mark. There are moments in life when you ask, moments when you hope, moments when you cry out for clarity, direction, healing, or a sign. But today carries a different energy. This breakthrough is not arriving because you asked. It's arriving because God saw what you didn't. God felt the weight you hid behind your smile. God counted the tears you wiped before anyone noticed. God remembered the doors that closed, the betrayals that scarred you, the seasons where you kept walking, even though your feet were bleeding spiritually. You didn't know what to pray for because you didn't know what was possible. You didn't know what was being prepared behind the scenes. But today, the veil is thinning. The unseen becomes seen. The unheard becomes undeniable. The unexpected becomes unavoidable. This is a breakthrough that targets the unspoken areas of your life, the places where you stayed silent, the burdens you carried alone, the dreams you stopped mentioning because they hurt too much to think about. God is stepping into the spaces you abandoned because you thought they were beyond repair. And today, He is rewriting what you thought was final. There is something mystical about the first day of any month, but December carries a different frequency, an ancient echoing power that has followed humanity through generations. It is the month of completion, culmination, harvest, revelation, and divine reversal. And the first day of December is the spark that ignites all spiritual movement that will unfold before the year dies. Today is a cosmic ignition switch, a spiritual turning of the lock, a destiny recalibration. This energy does not ask permission. It does not wait for you to feel ready. It moves because it must. It moves because your timeline cannot stay stagnant any longer. You have endured too much, survived too much, lost too much, and heaven refuses to let this year end without giving you a taste of the glory written for you. The breakthrough arriving today is designed to remind you who you are, to shake you awake, to disrupt the illusion that nothing is changing. Something is shifting beneath the surface, and if you quiet your mind for just a moment, you can feel it, like a hum behind your heartbeat, like a whisper in your spirit, like a presence standing beside you, waiting for you to say, "I receive it." Chosen one, there is a victory unfolding in your life that you don't even realize you fought. You've been in a spiritual battle without ever naming it as such. Heavy energy, delayed blessings, emotional fatigue, sudden confusion, people turning cold, divine silence. These were not random moments. These were indicators that something was resisting your elevation. You thought you were stuck. You thought you were losing. You thought your faith was weakening. But in reality, you were being strategically protected. God shielded you from connections that would have drained your spirit. God removed opportunities that looked good but would have destroyed your future. God rerouted you from rooms where your name was spoken with envy rather than honor. You didn't know what was being fought in the unseen realm. You didn't know what forces were trying to delay what belonged to you. But heaven knew, and today, the battle ends, the resistance breaks, the blockage collapses, the spiritual storm quiets, and suddenly, your path, the very same path that felt impossible last week, becomes clear in a single moment. Today marks the day where God says, "It is finished. Move forward." Today's breakthrough is not a small shift. It is not a subtle blessing. It is a divine intervention, crafted with your name carved into it. What is being released today comes with spiritual authority, supernatural acceleration, and irreversible impact. For some of you, this breakthrough will come through a message, a phone call, a sudden opportunity, a conversation, a decision you finally have clarity on. For others, it will arrive through healing of the mind, the heart, the spirit, the fear that has been quietly poisoning your hope. There will be chosen ones who experience a financial release, a sudden lifting of burdens, unexpected resources, new pathways of income, or divine favor opening doors you never thought you would stand in front of. Others will feel a peace that scares them in the best way, a peace that feels like it dropped from heaven directly into their chest, a peace that whispers, "You are safe now." And some of you will feel the shift instantly, like a weight snapping off your shoulders. Like a spiritual exhale you've been waiting months to release. Whatever form it takes, know this. This breakthrough is tailored for you. It is precise. It is intentional. It is the answer to the prayers you didn't know how to pray. Chosen one, today is a timeline reset, a spiritual rerouting, a divine recalibration of your destiny. Everything that felt delayed, denied, or dismantled is being reconstructed in the background of your life. God is not giving you what you asked for. He is giving you what you were meant for. There were paths you begged for that would have broken you. There were people you pleaded to keep who were never meant to walk into your future. There were dreams you tried to resurrect that would have imprisoned your soul. Today, those attachments dissolve. Today, your destiny shifts lanes. Today, God positions you back into the story you were always meant to live. This timeline reset means one thing. What left your life was never the loss. Staying attached to it would have been. You are being pulled into alignment. You are being placed on solid ground. The fog is lifting. The confusion is ending. The divine timing you thought forgot you is finally revealing its purpose. And what comes next will make you understand why everything had to unfold exactly the way it did. Chosen one. For months, perhaps even years, it felt like life was slowing down around you. People moved on while you stayed still. Opportunities passed while you waited. Your spirit felt like it was hovering in a holding pattern. Present, but paused. Aware, but unable to move. But what you didn't realize is that this stillness was not punishment. It was preparation. You weren't stuck. You were being spiritually rewired. Your intuition sharpened. Your discernment heightened. your emotional endurance strengthened. Every moment of isolation, every quiet night, every unanswered prayer was secretly upgrading your inner world so you could hold what's coming next. You were being stretched so you could expand. You were being slowed so you could stabilize. You were being emptied so you could be refilled with something divine. The breakthrough arriving today could not have come sooner. Had it arrived 6 months ago, you weren't ready. Had it arrived a year ago, you would have mishandled it. But now, today, 1st December, you are spiritually capable of receiving what is finally being placed into your hands. The universe withheld nothing. It waited for you to be ready, and now you are. Make no mistake, today's breakthrough is not random. It is synchronized with cosmic timing, spiritual alignment, and divine intervention. There is a reason you felt a shift as this month began, a reason your energy felt different, a reason you sensed something approaching even before you could name it. December carries the vibration of completion, revelation, and karmic closing. The first day activates all spiritual movement for the entire month. It's like a gateway. Once you step through it, everything previously stuck begins to move. And today, you are stepping into a divine current that has been building behind the veil for months. The gears of fate are turning. The strings of destiny are pulling. The universe is rearranging reality around you because your timeline is entering its breakthrough phase. Every planet, every energetic frequency, every divine guide assigned to you is pushing you into alignment today. You couldn't delay this breakthrough if you tried. You couldn't sabotage it even on your worst day. It is too protected, too purposeful, too divinely timed. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. Chosen one, prepare yourself, because the breakthrough arriving today will not come through the door you expect. It will not follow the path you predicted. It will not show up in the way you mentally rehearsed. God specializes in the unexpected. Heaven moves in ways the mind cannot foresee. This is a moment where the impossible becomes possible through channels you never considered. You may receive a message that changes everything, a chance meeting, a conversation that shifts your direction, a realization that breaks an internal barrier, an opening that feels almost surreal, as if someone removed a wall you didn't know was blocking your blessing. You are entering a season where what was once improbable becomes inevitable, where the route you assumed was closed suddenly lights up with opportunity, where the no you received earlier in the year turns into a yes without you lifting a finger. This is the door that God opens, not one you knock on, not one you chase, but one that swings wide because it was spiritually assigned to you. And today, that door begins to move. There are faces missing from your life right now for a reason. People you loved, people you supported, people you hoped would stay. But chosen one, hear this with clarity. God removed them, not because they were unimportant, but because they were unprepared for the version of you that is emerging. Some people would have mishandled your breakthrough. Some would have drained it. Some would have envied it. Some would have tried to claim what wasn't theirs. You were not being abandoned. You were being protected. Every person who fell back, drifted away, or disappeared did so because their presence in your next season would have contaminated the blessing that's coming. You are not losing people. You are losing interference. Today's breakthrough requires a clean, energetic field, a purified environment, a circle aligned with your future, not your past. Those who walked away were never meant to witness this moment. This blessing is too sacred, too specific, too powerful to be shared with unprepared souls. You are entering a destiny only the chosen can walk into. Before the physical breakthrough arrives, the spiritual shift begins within you. And today, something inside you is awakening. A quiet certainty, a deep knowing, an unexplainable peace that whispers, something is coming. This internal shift is not imagination. It is not wishful thinking. It is the first ripple of the miracle unfolding. Your intuition feels different. Your energy feels lighter. Your spirit feels like it's rising, expanding, aligning. Your mind is clearing. Your heart is stabilizing. Your soul is anchoring itself into a higher frequency. This inner transformation is not the blessing. It is the confirmation that the blessing is near. When God prepares you, He prepares your inner world first. When the universe shifts your path, it shifts your perception first. What you feel today is the spiritual signal that your external reality is about to change. The breakthrough is not far away. It is already in motion. Chosen one, you have reached the tipping point. The moment where the scales of your life finally shift in your favor. You are standing at the edge of divine reversal, where everything that was working against you suddenly works for you, where everything that felt heavy becomes light, where the pathway ahead becomes illuminated with possibilities you once dismissed as unrealistic. This moment is sacred. This moment is rare. This moment is powerful beyond measure. What happens today initiates a ripple effect that will continue through the rest of December. Seeds you planted months ago begin to sprout. Blessings you forgot begin to return. Opportunities that once seemed distant begin to draw closer. You are not waiting anymore. The waiting season ends today. This is where the story shifts. This is where the momentum builds. This is where your breakthrough becomes unstoppable. And you, chosen one, are ready. Chosen one, as you hear these words, a transfer is unfolding in the unseen realm. A spiritual handover where what was once withheld is now being released. Where what was delayed is now being delivered. Where what belonged to you but was locked behind spiritual resistance is finally being placed into your timeline. This is not symbolic. This is literal. Your name is being spoken in rooms you have never entered. Your energy is being felt by people who have never met you. Your destiny is activating connections that were dormant, resources that were blocked, and pathways that were frozen. This handover is God saying, "It is time." You may feel a tingling in your spirit, a pressure lifting from your chest, a sudden clarity washing over your mind. These are signs that the transfer is complete. What was once in limbo is now in motion. What was once unreachable is now moving toward you with urgency. You are not stepping into this breakthrough alone. Heaven is escorting you into it. Chosen one, lean in closely, because this is one of the most powerful truths you will ever hear about your journey. The enemy targeted you because of what you carry, not because of what you lack. You were attacked not because you were weak, but because your spirit radiates a frequency that darkness cannot tolerate. For months, maybe even years, there were forces working in the shadows to drain your hope, distort your vision, dim your light, and sabotage your future. But today, 1st December, that entire cycle collapses. There were seasons where you questioned yourself, where confusion clouded your intuition, where doubt crept into your heart like smoke. You felt disconnected, unmotivated, uncertain about the direction of your life. You started to believe something was wrong with you. But chosen one, hear this clearly. Nothing was wrong with you. The battle around you intensified because you were nearing a destiny that threatened everything that opposed your calling. The enemy used subtle attacks, delays that made you second-guess your path, people who wounded you at your most vulnerable moments, opportunities that mysteriously fell apart just when you were ready to step forward. You weren't imagining the resistance. You weren't misreading the energy. Something was trying to distort the timeline of your life, bending it away from your purpose. But today, the reversal begins. What was designed to break you will now build you. What was designed to confuse you will now clarify you. What was designed to exhaust you will now empower you. What was designed to delay you will now accelerate you. God is stepping into the places you were attacked and reclaiming every piece of you that was tampered with. Every spiritual assignment that was blocked is now being reinstated. Every divine opportunity that was hijacked is being restored. Every piece of your spirit that was drained will be replenished with double strength, double clarity, double intuition. The reversal is not quiet. It is not gentle. It is forceful, like a wind that sweeps away every remnant of darkness that tried to cling to you. There is a surge of spiritual authority rising around you, an energy that sends one message through every realm. You cannot touch what God has chosen. You are stepping into a season where the very areas you were attacked in will become your strongest. The very wounds that were used against you will become your wisdom. The very storms that tried to swallow you will now carry you upward. This reversal is not symbolic. Chosen one, it is real, it is active, and it begins today. Chosen one, there is a sacred reason behind every hardship you lived through, every silent night you endured, every moment where you wondered why your path felt heavier than those around you. You weren't cursed. You weren't forgotten. You weren't abandoned. You were being forged. There are destinies that require comfort, and there are destinies that require fire. Yours required fire. You were chosen for a spiritual role that demands depth, perception, intuition, and emotional strength that cannot be learned through ease. Life carved you open so your soul could expand. Life stripped away illusions so you could develop spiritual vision. Life broke you in places so that divine light could pour through the cracks and illuminate the world around you. You felt pain because your spirit was evolving. You felt loss because your attachments were being purified. You felt isolation because your frequency was rising. You felt misunderstood because your soul was outgrowing old environments. Every heartbreak refined your compassion. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every disappointment strengthened your ability to let go. Every delay evolved your patience. Every setback rewired your resilience. Nothing you endured was meaningless. It was all preparation for the magnitude of the blessing that is arriving now. The chosen are never prepared in comfort. They are prepared through pressure. You faced emotional battles that no one else saw because you were being trained to handle blessings that no one else could carry. You walked through seasons where everything collapsed because you were being taught how to build from spirit, not fear. You were given challenges that felt impossible because your future requires a version of you that believes in the impossible. This is why your path was not ordinary. This is why your lessons cut deeper. This is why your spirit aged faster. You were not being punished, you were being positioned. And now, the divine reason behind your suffering becomes clear. Everything you went through was sculpting the strength you need for the calling that is unfolding. Everything you survived was chiseling the wisdom you'll need to guide others. Everything that was taken from you was clearing space for what's incoming. Your endurance was not wasted. Your tears were not overlooked. Your pain was not invisible. You were being prepared to hold the breakthrough that is arriving. The breakthrough so powerful that you needed to be spiritually fortified before you could receive it. Your suffering shaped your destiny. Your endurance earned your elevation. Your resilience unlocked your rise. And today, that rise begins. Chosen one. Something in your spirit feels lighter today, doesn't it? Something inside you has loosened, untangled, released itself. This is not random emotion. This is spiritual weight, lifting off your life after a long season of pressure you didn't fully understand. For so long, you carried burdens that weren't yours. Expectations, energies, memories, and fears that clung to you out of habit, not alignment. You moved through life holding more than any one person should have to carry, yet you still kept going, quietly, silently, faithfully. But today, the heaviness breaks. The fog around your intuition is clearing. The pressure around your heart is softening. The tiredness in your spirit is dissolving. God is removing what was draining you, what was suffocating your growth, what was dimming your inner fire. The season that required that weight is over, and the timeline you're stepping into cannot coexist with heaviness. This lightness you feel is your spirit rising back into alignment. Your breath deepens, your heart steadies, your clarity returns. This lifting is not temporary, it is divine. Your energy is expanding, your intuition is awakening, your path is clearing. You are entering a higher frequency, a lighter vibration, a new level of spiritual freedom. The weight is gone because the version of you who needed to carry it no longer exists. Today, you rise. From this moment forward, your life is entering a new arc, a storyline shift, a divine transition. What happens next will not resemble the past. You are stepping into a season marked by clarity, elevation, movement, and supernatural timing. Expect things to unfold quickly now. Expect opportunities to flow effortlessly. Expect people who align with your purpose to appear. Expect inner peace to anchor you in ways it never has before. You will feel guided in ways you can't logically explain. You will feel pulled toward decisions that accelerate your life. You will notice synchronicities, repeating numbers, symbolic dreams, sudden inspiration, because your spirit is in direct communication with your destiny now. The breakthrough today is not a moment, it is a launch, a transition from stagnation to momentum, from silence to clarity, from waiting to receiving. You are entering your prepared future. Chosen one, you held on when no one knew you were breaking. You stayed kind when the world tested your patience. You prayed silently, loved deeply, forgave privately, and endured battles that would have crushed others. This breakthrough is your reward. Not for perfection, but for perseverance. Not for strength, but for surrender. Not for knowing the way, but for trusting the path. God saw you. The universe felt you. Your spirit never quit. And now, heaven is saying, this is your moment. This is your blessing. This is your rise. Everything you went through led you here. Every detour was a redirection. Every delay was divine timing. Every heartbreak reshaped your destiny. Today, the 1st of December, marks the beginning of your restoration, the release of a breakthrough you didn't even pray for, but desperately needed. Your life will not be the same after this. Chosen one, before you leave this message, anchor this breakthrough into your timeline. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment, "I receive my unexpected breakthrough," so this prophetic release seals itself within your spiritual path. Remember this: you are chosen, you are guided, you are protected, you are aligned. And today, God releases into your life something bigger than your fears, greater than your past, and perfectly timed for your destiny. Walk forward now, chosen one. Your breakthrough is already on its way.